Hi, I'm Tony Soli, owner of New England Slip Solutions, and this is Fall Prevention Friday. We're going to jump right into frequently asked questions. Why should I treat my surface? 85% of workman's compensation claims in the United States are as a result of injury sustained in a slip and fall. Slip and falls are the leading driver of emergency room visits each year, and they contribute to about half of all in-home fatalities. So those are three really good reasons to give us a call to assess and treat your surfaces. Does the treatment change the surface at all, the look or feel? It's going to depend on the surface and what kind of treatment we have to do to it. If it's a chemical-based treatment, there's no discernible difference from start and finish. However, if we're putting a coating on, there is a difference in the texture as well as in some cases the appearance. It's really just going to be dependent on what solution we have for the surface that you have. Does it protect me from being sued? Nothing protects anyone from being sued these days. It seems like there's a lawsuit every 10 minutes that surprises me. Basically, what one of the bases of a slip and fall lawsuit is to prove negligence. What we actually do is, if you call us and we come out, we do a pre-test. If you hire us, we do the treatment, and then we do a post-test. So we actually show a chain of care, and it would actually aid in your defense. That you addressed a situation rather than were negligent in a situation. Now, there's other factors that can be involved, but it does aid in your defense. What types of surfaces can be treated? We've gone over this in many videos. Pretty much anything you can walk or stand on. If there's a surface we have yet to treat, we would contact our vendor and say, hey, I've got this surface. What do you recommend we do with it? And they would guide us in that aspect. That hasn't happened yet. I don't anticipate it happening. But again, we've worked with multiple surfaces, stones and whatnot, and we have an avenue to check with a vendor to ensure that we can treat your surface. How much does it cost? Very dependent on the work that's being performed. The starting price is $1.50 a square foot. Some things are charged per piece. Those would be your bathtubs, your stand-in showers, stuff like that. So some stuff's per piece, some of it's square foot. Most of your floor treatments, decks, stuff like that would be patios would be square footage. However, bathtubs and that sort would be per piece. And there is volume discounting available for commercial applications as well as residential. If you have a house with multiple bathtubs, there is volume discounting available. Is there a warranty? All of our products and services are warranted for 2 years. And we want you to use that warranty. Mistakes happen. You might chip it with a shovel. You may damage a coating. We could put the coating down on a floor or surface that had a chemical on it we didn't know, and it bubbled it up and there was a reaction. We value our customers, and we want to put forward a quality product, so we expect you, if there's an issue, to contact us so we can address it under your warranty for the first 2 years from application. Will the floors affect my insurance rate? We get this a lot from our commercial customers. It could. So it could reduce your insurance rate. I don't know which particular insurance companies do it. So what we would do is we would provide, again, all your pre and post numbers, what we did, how we improved your surface to you that you could submit to your insurance company. If they had any questions, they would feel more than free to contact us, or we could contact them and we could go over it with them to see if you qualify for a reduced insurance rate. Some insurance companies do reduce the rate, others do not. I'm not positive which ones are which, but there are some discounts available out there. Does this guarantee I won't have a slip and fall on my property? Absolutely not. Anyone that's going to guarantee you that they're not slipping and falling, get it in writing, because the slip and falls happen. What it does is it's gonna increase the coefficient of friction of your floor, and we're gonna meet or exceed all government and industry standards for the surfaces, and we're gonna warranty that. So while it won't stop them from happening, it'll increase the friction of the floor and reduce the risk of it happening. Can I buy the product and do it myself? Absolutely, 100%. You can buy it and do it yourself. What I will caution you on is, especially from a commercial aspect, is we are insured. We are a licensed installer of the products. If something goes wrong, you have an avenue to go. If you buy the product, let's just say you buy a product for our stamped concrete and you make a mistake, you're going to pay us a little bit more, because we're going to have to come out there, probably remove the product and reapply the product. So you're gonna pay twice. So we highly recommend that you hire us, but again, we will consult for you at a reasonable price, and you can do the process yourself around your home or business. We just highly try to recommend against doing that, especially in a commercial aspect. How long does it take to treat a bathtub? It can vary from 1 to 2 hours. It's going to be dependent on in your home. Is it humid? Humidity will slow the drying process, so it's just going to depend on the drying process, but generally 1 to 2 hours. I'm going to just switch papers here. How long before I can walk on the floor or a tub after use? Some of our treatments are immediately, as soon as we're done, you can walk on them. Others, there's wait time. We want the product to cure on your surface, and it can be anywhere from 6 to 12 to 24 hours. It's just really dependent on the coating or texture we use. I've owned a business for X amount of years. I've never had a slip and fall. Why should I call you? The statistics we talked about earlier, statistics don't lie. There's an inherent risk of slip and fall accidents. So just because you haven't had one doesn't mean that you may not have one. Does my business qualify for the American with Disabilities Act tax credit? It's possible, if your business meets the IRS requirements, that this product would apply towards the tax credit. That's something you would discuss with your accountant, and again, we would provide all the paperwork that you need. How can we determine if your floor is treatable? We would have to do that. It's very tough to do over the phone. You can tell us what kind of tile or floor or texture you have, and we can tell you if we think it is, but until we actually get out there and look to see, make sure that there's not something existing on it, etc., that's something we would want to notice ourselves and figure out for ourselves. Will your treatment dull a shiny floor, or make a dull floor shiny? Again, depending on the floor, yes and no. If you have a high gloss finish floor, we wouldn't want to put a chemical treatment on it because it could dull it. So again, like a marble, we would put a sealer on, and that way it would enhance the shine. It was called, our product's called Polish Grip, that we would use. But again, if it's a hardwood floor and it's dull, it can make it vibrant and revive it. So again, it's going to depend on the surface and what kind of treatment we're going to do to that surface. And again, it's something we would discuss way before we even apply the product to the floors. How do I care for my floors? No major different ways. We would actually give you a floor maintenance program to follow. With our coatings, there are some differences. You wouldn't want to use abrasive cleaners if you're currently using them. We don't recommend you use abrasive cleaners anyway, but you would want to stay away from them with our coatings. But we would give you a floor maintenance program. We would tell you how we would expect you to clean the floor, and we would do that even if our products were on your floor or not. So there's not a huge difference. Some of the equipment you might use might be a little bit different. Some of the recommended equipment might be a little bit different. But generally, you would still clean the floor the way you always have. You might change from a regular mop to a microfiber mop, depending on the surface and the coating. But again, it's nothing like a huge major difference. We also provide cleaning service. So if you would rather just hire us out, we would treat the floor, and then either weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly come in and do a specific cleaning on your floor, and then you could just do some individual cleanup as needed. So again, that's also something that's available to you. If I decide to get a quote, what happens next? So basically, you give us a call, we come out, we do an assessment of your facility, we give you a quote. The quote will be provided to you in writing or electronically, or both if you wish. And then you decide yes or no. If you decide that you're going to accept the quote, or you want to go forward with the work, we would schedule a time. Scheduling time is very easy for you and us. We work around your schedule from the commercial side of the business, and we understand that downtime is detrimental to your businesses. So we work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We come in on the time that you need us to come into a commercial business to assess your situations and make the improvements that need to be made. It's critical to us that we minimally impact your day-to-day operations. From a home standpoint, I have yet to find a customer that wants us treating their tub at 3 o'clock in the morning. Those are generally done weekdays whenever we can get in there. And generally from start to finish, most projects can take anywhere from a couple hours to a couple days. It just depends on how many square footage we're talking and what kind of treatments we're doing. Obviously, anything that's like a large warehouse could take days. A hotel that has 150 bathtubs could take multiple days. So again, it's just really dependent on the process. But basically, you would call us, we'd come out, we'd give you the quote, you'd accept or deny the quote. If you accept the quote, we would schedule a time to come out, and we would start the treatment process and get the ball rolling and be out of here as soon as we can. We hope this answers some questions you may have had. Hey, this weekend, then we're going to be on the radio. We're doing some commercial slots, so stick around for that. If you have any questions at all, you can call us at 401-335-0150. Email us at info@newenglandslipsolutions.com. Visit our website, newenglandslipsolutions.com, or find us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can send us messages through any of those platforms, and we'll be glad to get back to you. We hope you have a happy and safe holiday weekend. We're sorry this video took about 10 minutes, 11 minutes this weekend, but we just wanted to answer those questions for the people that have mailed into us. And have a great day. We'll see you next Friday. Take care.